Well, my name's Dan Harris. I'm a beekeeper. It's March the 2nd. We're near Athens, Georgia. Over here is a bee yard, and I had just, by the luck of the draw, happened to be present when a swarm came to rest in a tree nearby. So this was not how I planned to spend my day. I don't know if you can see this or not. Hopefully you can see this. Right there is a swarm hanging from a limb, and I am about to try to catch it. So here's what I have. Hopefully I have a hive, full 10 frame hive, just happened to be what I had nearby. I have a tarp down, and I've got some drawn comb in this hive. What you got up above me are a bunch of homeless bees. They're currently looking for a new home. This is a reproductive event in the spring. It's extremely early this year, but that's just the way it works sometimes. These are frames with just plain foundation in them. I'm really putting them in here just to keep things from moving around, to kind of hold their position. What I want to do is I want to get these bees in this box, and as quickly as possible, I want to move this box away from this location. And the point is that if I get the bees in this box on this tarp right here, and I leave it for 30 minutes or an hour, bees will begin to orient themselves to this location as this is their home now. Then if I move it over into, if I move this box over into the bee yard that I just showed you, the bees that have already oriented are going to come back here looking for their house. So we want to get the bees in the box, we want to move the box as quickly as possible, and we want to feed these bees. If anybody believes that bees can predict the weather, let me tell you, they can't. Bees can't predict the weather. Beginning tomorrow, we're supposed to have some freezing weather. It's going to be wicked the better part of the week. If these bees stay up here in this swarm, they're going to have a bad week. So again, all the more reason that I need to get them into this box. Now, drawn wax comb like this is extremely appealing to a bunch of homeless bees, and that smell alone would probably be more than enough to get them into the hive. But we're going to stack the deck. What I have here is, hope I don't have that crazy thing too high. What I have here is lemongrass oil. And lemongrass oil, some of the components of it are very similar to the pheromones that a queen gives off. And as you might imagine, bees are strongly attracted to this smell. So I am going to put some lemongrass oil inside this box, just kind of working it on top of some of those frames. And it's just another appeal, another attractant for those bees, in addition to the drawn comb. And as you might imagine, before I do anything here of consequence, I'm going to want to get this Q-tip that's been soaked in lemongrass oil and this container with lemongrass oil away from here, or the bees will be drawn to it. So let me do that real quick. So I'm going to get some of these limbs and branches that are below them loose, so that we are not as disruptive to them as we might otherwise be. But you see, the issue is there's a lot of stuff between them and the ground. Now, wasn't as nice as we had hoped, but still.
See if we can get these people where we want them to be. Alright, so number one, I gently pick up the box, bring it across the yard, and put it, whew, pretty heavy, a couple bees in there. Number one. Alright. Number two, we get the tarp, because there's a good number of bees left on that. We really don't want them to be homeless. And we never know for sure if the queen may still be here. Just because I don't see her, and haven't seen her, I have not made it my life's work to look. So, number two, we try to ball them up in the tarp, have them trapped, and my neighbors think I'm out here talking to myself, which of course I am. Alright, so then I'll place a tarp on the ground right in front of this hive, so as they fly, the bees or left behind as they fly, they'll be drawn to the pheromones from it. Like so. There we go. Here we are, people. And I'll look one more time just to make sure I don't see a queen in here. There we are. So, an hour from now, these bees too will be in that box. Feeding them will be a quick thing because I really don't want to dally with it a lot. Not feeding. I'd like to find the queen, but I don't want to disturb them either too much right after getting them in the box. By the same token, I don't want them to starve in this cold weather that's coming either. So I will need to get, today's Saturday, so it'll be Monday when it really turns cold. So maybe tomorrow I can get in, check them, feed them, and see where they go, see where things are. Anyway, appreciate you watching.